Hey, it's Sarah with Loaves and Dishes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this super delicious strawberry lemonade. Before we get into today's video, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We put out a new video every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and be sure to click the bell icon so you'll be notified when we upload. So the first things that I did was I washed my strawberries, and then I am just cutting the tops off and cutting them in half if they're bigger, or if they're bigger I cut them in quarters, and if they're not very big I just cut them in half. And I am putting those in my blender. This recipe is great because, you use a whole carton of fresh strawberries, and if you don't want to use fresh strawberries, you could use frozen. You just want to let them thaw completely. And I'd say this came out to about 2 to 2.5 cups of strawberry if you were going to use frozen. But the good thing about using frozen strawberries is, aside from letting them thaw, I'm pretty sure they're already prepped for you because they'll already be washed, cut. So that is an option. So anyway, so the other good thing about this is that if you have some strawberries that maybe you've had like in the fridge for a couple days and you want to use them up, like maybe they're starting to get some spots on them, this is a great way to use them because they're going to get blended up so the spots won't matter. If they're moldy, obviously don't use them, but if they just have some bruises, that's fine. Okay, so in this jar I have simple syrup, and I made quite a mess, but I put in about 1.5 cups of simple syrup. And so the other thing that you should know about this recipe is, like, the recipe is kind of loose, and so what I did was, these are like the basic components. This is how I started, and then at the end we'll go in and refine it so that it can be tailored to what you like in a recipe or in a drink. And so what I'm doing now is I'm taking my blended strawberry and simple syrup mixture and I'm running that through a strainer. You don't have to run it through a strainer. If your blender blends it up fine enough. I just didn't want any like strawberry seeds stuck in my teeth and that kind of thing, so I wanted to run it through a strainer. And this takes a very long time. So if you do this, just be forewarned, this part took the most time. It took me about 10 minutes, I think. So. And I even sped it up here, and the full like sped up clip is like, it's like a good minute. And I wanted to leave it in so that you could see. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it in the strainer, and then I'm kind of like mixing it around with a spoon just to kind of like disturb the stuff that's stuck on the bottom of the strainer that's not letting any liquid pass through. And I ended up with about like 1.5 to 2 cups of this mixture in the final drink. Okay, so that's the end of that. So now I'm adding 1.5 cups of lemon juice, and I used a mixture of lemon juice from a jar and fresh squeezed lemons, and then I added 1.5 cups of water. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the end of a spoon in here and give that a mix, because that's just the kind of jar that I have. That's what I needed to do in order to give it a mix. And then I'm going to give it a quick taste, and when I tasted it, I decided that I wanted a little bit more lemon juice. So here I am. I just poured a little bit into a glass, gave it a taste, and I wanted a little bit more lemon juice. So I added about 1/4 cup more lemon juice. I like my lemonade really tart. I don't like it very sweet. So it may be that you like wanted to add more simple syrup, or that you wanted to add more lemon juice or more water to kind of even it out some. It's really up to you, and you just have to taste it and decide for yourself what you like. But there it is. It was absolutely delicious. And if you want to see more recipes, be sure to check out Loaves and Dishes, and thanks for watching.